People over here built the railroads, chopped their body up some bone parts and threw it in there with the rocks. How about, I don't know, a genocidal attack on Native Americans who was already here and you pushed towards Oklahoma where it was cold and they died off? Or how about you brought over the chickenpox disease and got them out of here?
And the list goes on and on.
I mean, I could keep going on how people of color have been treated by these people who are in charge.
Yeah.
I can keep going. It don't stop.
It doesn't
And we
stop.
can go from police brutality to hiring processes to housing. We can keep going to loans.
You know, Jay-Z said something in one of his songs. And you know, me and Hope, we kind of joke about it every time we ride past one. And almost every time on cue, we both say the same thing. And it's part of what all the stuff that you just mentioned. Like, for instance, and I'm taking the housing reference. They call it a project. You know why the project's a project? Because it's a project.
An experiment. It was an experiment.
And the funny thing is, we listen to Jay-Z and we like, oh yeah, that line was hot. But like you say, Baldy, read between the lines. After the fact, you get that. Like now, it's perfect. And like I said, me and Hope joke about it when we ride past the project or we ride some certain areas wherever we're at and it looks like it might be a project. And like I said, almost on cue, we both say, you know why it's a project? Mm-hmm. It's a project because it's a project. Mm-hmm. But when you think about it, it's absolutely what you just said.
Yeah. And he also has another verse in there where he talks about he could have bought a building in Dumbo for $5 million. Not knowing 20 years later, that $5 million would have been worth $25 million. I'm still a Dumbo. See, they don't understand that Dumbo is a section that separates Manhattan, the bottom part of Manhattan, to the top part. But it was poor people that lived there. Absolutely. Gentrification. And so when you decide to do that, he could have jumped on it then, like Biz Markie did.
Right. Bought
those houses in Harlem because he was from Harlem.
Yeah.
And now he's up. So the beatbox chain wearing dude, who we all thought was mentally challenged, was smart enough to say, all right, let me get this. And if you go to Harlem now, it don't look like the old Harlem. No. It doesn't. So gentrification is real. How they push people out of their houses to take over it and claim it as their own is not respectful.
No, it's not.
The way you raise taxes in an area where taxes was $500 and now it's $5,000, you know they can't afford no $5,000 in taxes.
Absolutely.
So you force them out. That's not respectful. How is that respectful? Man been living there for 25 years. Now he can't afford to live in his own house.
It's going on around us today still.
Yeah.
You look at all the neighborhoods. You look at South Philly. You look at the Northeast. You look at some parts of North Philly. On the up and up. And as they call them, the millennials or whatever, that had previously wanted to move out of the city because of A, B, C, X, Y, Z. But are now realizing that, well, the same thing goes on out here. It's more economical for me now to go back to the city because I can get on the train and go to work, or I can walk. But I know that the neighborhood is going to change. It might not be changed when I get there, but I know going in, it's going to change. Well, there's no bones to pick around that.
At one time when we were younger and somebody asked you where you were from, if you were from, I don't know, say you was from 8th and Burris, you say, I'm from North Philly, 8th and Burris. Well, say it now. And now everybody say, oh, you from 8th and Burris? Oh, it's nice down there.
Yeah.
Right. It doesn't have, it's not the same.
I said, when I went to Temple, there were like low-rise projects on 11th Street, between like NARS, and then you know they had the big buildings. Now, it's been a few years since I rode that way, and it was just, I was coming from somewhere, and I just said, let me ride through the hood just to see what's going on, because I had heard all the things about the rebuilding and all of that down at Temple. One side of that street is still the same, but the opposite side is Art Deco apartments, which are housing for Temple students. Okay? Before we take a break, the last thing, we can pick this up again. Last thing, and a lot of people might not know this. Temple bought William Penn High School.
Yep.
Now, mind you, William Penn High School was probably arguably one of, if not the biggest high school in the city. I think it was the only school that had an Olympic-sized swimming pool.
Mm-hmm.
So you're talking about a lot of land that was purchased by Temple University, which they turned into a soccer field.
A field.
If you ride down Broad Street now, you'll see a brand new soccer field,
Mm-hmm.
or just a brand new field with soccer, whatever they use. And it's high tech.
Oh yeah.
It's AstroTurf, the good AstroTurf that really looks like grass. So keep that in mind, folks. A lot of this stuff that Kaepernick was standing up, was kneeling for and sitting for, is still going on around us. And again, we're gonna take a quick break. You've heard us so far. The phone lines are open, 267-368-5328. Give us a couple minutes. We'll come back, pick this up, and get into the rest of our show. You're listening to Sports Rap, Heat 100 Radio.